mouse drop the tray, that'll make you bounce and act.
Cause I'm on white man. Hey,
Mr. White down here, heard me Fox a minute, y'all. This would be the remix. Badass, Savage Life, Fox a minute, y'all. Man, you already know what it is, you heard me? We still riding on chrome. We still putting up, man, look.
Hey, I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on E, but all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kicks, fresh white tall tee, fresh NFL hat, fresh bows with the crease. Wipe it out. Pussy niggas wanna hit me with the heat. Real recognize real niggas gon' speak. Wipe it out. Chicken lady, I've been rolling by the week. You can tell I got cake by the diamonds in my teeth. Wipe it out. Black shades, so you know a nigga rolling. They ain't check me at the door, so ain't no telling what I'm holding. Wipe it out. Bad bitches, they gon' bust it wide open. Niggas flashing in the bread, but I'm the nigga they approaching. Wipe it out. Small nigga, tall figures, y'all niggas, crowd niggas. We gon' get Mac 11s and dog niggas. Wipe it out. Y'all niggas, call niggas, but my nigga all killers. Get your issue and whoever fall with. Cause I'm on white man. 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 Cause I'm on BOOSIEBADACC. That's me. Wipe it out. Red bone caramels all on, stop and stare all on, trying to steal my underwear. Wipe it out. I like to flow like Rick Ross, got a hiccup, set it off. When I sang it, everybody set it off. Wipe it out. Black meat, damn on, play with me, I bust your dome. 8 whips on chrome, you can go. Wipe it out. Fresh fade, fresh J's on the corner playing spades. I'm an ordinary person, but a paid. Wipe it out. Fox stripping, wet and smoking, and we choking off a whole pound of purple, famous like the Ninja Turtle. Wipe it out. Just left New York City, hooked up with P. Diddy, finna blow past 50, you gon' have to. Wipe it out. We the best, I'm a fool, I'm the Hemi man. Red light, green light, yellow light. Get it, man. Cause I'm on white 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 man. Cause I'm on hot drop, top, whole drop it like it's hot. Yeah, nigga, I'm the shit. Wipe it out. You see this ice on my wrist, high glitz. Soon as the lights hit, you can't lie to ice sick. Wipe it out. Purple got me smelling funky, red monkey, $500 on them. You ain't seen these yet. Wipe it out. Beatin', you can hit me way around the corner, paint wet with the 24s on it. That's a bet. Wipe it out. Old ladies, baby mamas, few fiancés, niggas, wife, savage life. Who I'm gonna fuck next? Wipe it out. And I use the lifestyle or the Magnum or the Trojan. I go ahead and use the barrel of the tech. Wipe it out. Man, the chain hit me for a couple grand. Oh no, I ain't complaining. Just watch how you wipe my chest. Wipe it out. A bad bitch wanted me to stay there longer. I put that dick up on her, but I had a flight to catch. Wipe shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. 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 Cause I'm on white man. 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 Cause I'm on.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Hey, hold on.
Who's there?
Representing for the bitches, all eyes on your riches. No time for the lil dick. You see the bigger the dick, the bigger the bank, the bigger the bitch. Cause I'm the baddest bitch. What?
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's
I'm
that?
the baddest bitch.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
See, I hate hoes who take they niggas on talk shows and fall hoes.
Yo, soulful.
See, if I'm ever crossed or caught up in the cross, then it's your fault, ho. I'm going off, ho. See, I'm unemployed with no boss, ho. Why y'all sucking dick for free or broke off, ho? See, it pays to be the boss, ho.
Man, Trina's dope,
Shit,
man.
That's how you talk, ho. X-rated,
All right, let me
elevated,
start.
butt naked, and I probably fuck your daddy if your mammy wasn't fair hating. Cause I'm the baddest bitch. I'm the baddest bitch.
Who's bad? All right, man. So, you know, you guys, as you know, I try to do a little bit of motivational stuff every morning. At least I try to. I want to try to make myself a better person today than what I was yesterday. So, and that's the way to start to do that by starting off. And you know, it's kind of funny, man. It's like I've been on this hyper no sleep thing lately. I know it's not good, but my sleep has almost been. I've just been pushing myself, man, really hard, and it's like, you know, life is man, it's not a lot of life left, but a whole lot of stuff to do, and so it just seems like to me, man, like Nas says, man, sleep's a cousin to death, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like who really has time for it, man? You know, it's like I sleep when I'm dead, man. But anyway, I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever or indifferent, man. But it just is what it is. It just is what it is. And that's just how it's the life that I'm living right now. So, but yeah, y'all. So this is actually about reinventing yourself and how to push your mind beyond the limits. And Goggins always says, like, you know, David Goggins, who's known as the hardest motherfucker on the face of this earth. It says that you know, your mind it's got a 40% governor. That we only can push ourselves. We only push ourselves up to about 40% of our capacity, and then we stop. But imagine what life would be if we push through that 40%, that whole other 60% of life that we're not able to, that we're not grasping, that we're not living a part of, man, that we're not taking advantage of. What's up, Sarah? How you doing, brother? That other part, that other 60% of life that we're not taking hold of. Imagine if we're able to crack into that, even if just for a moment, once. If you do it once, you can do it twice. If you do it twice, you can do it 4 times. You do it 4 times, you do it 8, and so on. And so, hey, what's going on, Chris? How you doing, brother? You know, so yeah. So just imagine that, man. Imagine, you know, what it could be. You know, what are we going to achieve when we really conquer our mind? You know what I'm saying? So let's play today's stuff, man. Let's see what Mr. Goggins is talking about today, man. All right. Let's see. Boom.
So how have you been able to rebuild yourself? Because one of the mantras we hear on your videos is, I built this motherfucker.
Right. So I take a lot of passion in who I am as a person. As you hear, as this podcast gets going and going and going, what you're going to do is you're going to transform me from this guy right now that's kind of chilled out in this room, David Goggins, to Goggins. And I had to invent this person. David Goggins is an introverted, soft kid that got beat up growing up, and mindset had to lie to create friends, to get friends, to be accepted. So my life has really
Lady had on the antivirus disc.
Very scary, but 2 people. I had to invent a whole nother human being to get outside of my comfort zone. And that human being became Goggins. Goggins is like the guy that walks out of the phone booth. He's like that Superman that walks out of the phone booth. And I was talking to my fiance today about, it's kind of strange how sometimes I have a conversation between David Goggins, and Goggins will tell David Goggins about the shit he's done. And David Goggins said, what the hell, man? Why are you doing that? That's nuts. So it's kind of this battle between trying to find more of yourself, knowing that the real you is afraid, likes comfort, likes living in a world that is that likes to pat you on the back, give you the things that you
Okay,
want
bro.
to hear, not the things that you have to hear to get better. So that's where all this kind of started from. And when people hear this podcast, they're going to hear a lot of things that they're going to want to put a title on me. They're going to definitely want to put a title on me to make themselves feel better. I asked them during this podcast, do not do that. Do not look at what you're going to hear. Put a title on me, because basically what you're doing is you're giving yourself a get out of jail free card. That's all you're doing. So all you're doing is saying this guy was some super freak. He found some super thing in his brain that was locked up. He unleashed it and became this guy. It's a fucking lie. Because every day I wake up, I dread the day. I dread the day of what I'm going to bring on myself to get better. Goggins appeared and disappeared several times. It appeared the first time I was 17, and we'll get to that, but it really appeared when I gained about 125 pounds. I went from 175 to 300 pounds at most. And lowest part of my life, I was in a fucked up relationship. I was
Yeah, I
making no
found it,
money.
man.
I was spraying for cockroaches, and all this stuff was just coming on me. And I was like, I have to find something. And Goggins came out. Like through all my insecurities, all my fears, all my doubts, all my introverted ways. I used to stutter real bad. Everything I did, I had to find strength in that. And that's kind of when it happened, about 24 years old. So I give people like the quick version. The quick version, I give them one episode. This is about 2 weeks. And in my book, I go through it. You know, I was sitting on the couch, saw this show on Discovery Channel, and that started the process of, I think I want to be a Navy SEAL. So I started calling up different recruiters, walking into some guy said to me, "You're fat and you're black." He was an observant motherfucker. You know, I was 300 pounds, black guy walking. He was very observant. So that kind of went on for a while, and until I met one recruiter. And one recruiter saw something in me that no one else saw and gave me a shot.
And a challenge, right? Come back, lose the weight.
Right. So basically I walked in, I had about 3 months, a little less than 3 months to lose 106 pounds. So I was like, this is fucking impossible, man. I can't do that. And at that time I had no real drive to be a Navy SEAL, to be anything. I just knew something had to change. That I had to, this isn't going to work, man. This lifestyle that I'm living, something has to change. So I went to work that day and I was spraying for cockroaches, and lo and behold, it's a very bad day at work. I found a whole bunch of cockroaches, rodents. It's a bad restaurant. And I came home. I quit my job that day. I was driving home. I said, I gotta fucking do something. And I said, I'm going to go home and run 4 miles. And 4 miles is only a quarter mile. And then from there, the story really begins from that point. Well, that's what I realized for myself was I wanted that comfort zone that everybody looks for, that pat on the back. They don't want to hear all the bad shit. They want to hear everything that they're doing right. And I realized that's what kept me in this world. That's what kept me in this world of not accomplishing anything. So what I did was I became that big, bad, nasty motherfucker that you don't want to walk into at nighttime. I became the roughest critic in the world on myself. And that's what changed me. I literally saw myself in the mirror. I saw the truth versus saying, you know, my dad did this to me from beating me. Kids in school from calling me nigger did this to me. My life did this to me. My fucked up, broken foundation did this to me. I took that and said, you know what? Well, some people may help this happen, but now I have to own this. No one's going to come back to save me. No one's going to come back on this fucking couch and say, hey, it's okay. You're going to be okay. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be okay. I had to realize I had to take a stand. I had to make a real stand. And it was painful to look at who I was, what the world and myself created. It created a very lonely, depressed, insecure man that would do anything just to have a friend. And I saw that as very pathetic. When you look at the truth, it becomes very ugly and pathetic. In the real story, how that happens is I would call this guy up at almost every night about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night and give him an update.
Wow.
I said, hey man, I've lost 25 fucking pounds. Because no one knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
I had to have some. So I'm really good at creating an enemy. I'm really good at creating something that I'm against. And I'm also good at, if you ever tell me something that I cannot do, I'm gonna let you know that I'm doing it.
Right.
Somehow you're gonna fucking know one way or another that I'm doing it. It may not be like in your face. I may make sure that I run across the daggone world. So then it's on the news and you turn the news on and say, how the hell
Did he do that?
I want to do something that you know I'm here. I'm here. So every time I lose like a big significant amount of weight, I call that recruiter up and say, hey man, I'm here. I'm here. And before I knew it, man, this guy became almost like my best friend at that time. Because I started actually changing his life. You know, he started seeing, wow, man, like, I'm glad I took a shot on this guy.
Right.
And not only did I lose weight, I had to go back and take the ASVAB test again. It was like a watered down SAT a couple more times just to get in the Navy SEAL. So it was a big process. So that 3 months was packed full of like failures, depression, even more. But what I found out in that whole 3 months, I lived a lifetime. In that 3 months, I started realizing if I can flip these insecurities upside down, if I can flip this fear, if I can flip all this shit that made me this depressed, insecure guy, if I can flip it and make it work for me versus against me, I started seeing the power in failure, the power in insecurity, the power in self-doubt. Because I looked at everybody, it may not be true, but that's how I looked at everybody as being way above me. I thought to myself, if I can be at the lowest part in the world, in the sewer, and be able to overcome all this shit, I started using that as power. And I slowly started passing the guys from Harvard, the guys from MIT, the guys who were from great families and shit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm catching up. I had nothing. So I started flipping it and using it as power. Well, there's something that I invented a long time ago. And when you have nothing to draw from, I was able to find strength in every molecule of this earth. I'm able to be in a room with nothing, with no motivation, no inspiration, nothing, and find it. So what I did in those situations, I did this thing called taking souls. When everybody's all fucked up and you're exhausted and you're weak and you're tired and you're looking around and everybody looks as bad as you or even worse, I'm like, you know what? I want to now make a statement. It's the perfect time to make a statement. To let you know where your life ends and mine begins. And so the statement there is, I muster every bit of strength from their looks on their faces and how they feel, and how I'm going to now, from my childhood, where I came from, how I was the bottom of the barrel, I'm now amongst all these uncommon people. I'm now going to now make you feel like you're common. So I used their sadness, their weakness, their parts of their life. God, this sucks. I'm like all poopy pants and messed up. I use that for my strength. And I have this moment of like, let's say we're in the sand, we're running or whatever. I will do a surge. I will do something when everybody's like, how the fuck is he doing this? And from that look on their face, that feeling of, God, man, this guy must be something special. It then surges me further and faster and harder for a long time. So energy's everywhere. But the thing is, it's so loud. That voice in your head of pain and suffering and discomfort and I don't want to do this is so loud that you're unable to really calm it down and say, okay, there's something here. It's a patient calm that you have to bring yourself to say, I know I have something here, but that voice is so powerful that it just wants you to say, let's leave. We're done. It spazzes you out and you want to go. Versus saying, let's take a second. Hang on. Before we spaz the fuck out, hang on. And in that moment, you can think clearly and find that strength out there for you.
Right on, man. So this is from Mr. Palmer. Chris Palmer said, let's go and play this. This is called I Am the Champion. It's supposed to be the greatest speech ever. So y'all ready? And then we're gonna leave off with this one, man. Thanks, Chris, for sharing this, man.
I've been honored to coach you. More honored to take you to the field of battle. But there's another honor that's been bestowed upon you.
That's low,
That
man.
is the mantle that comes with that question. Who am I? I am a champion. That's right. You need to remember that all through this game. I will conquer what has not been conquered.
Hold on a second.
Today, gentlemen, I've been honored to coach you. More honored to take you to the field of battle. But there's another honor that's been bestowed upon you. That is the mantle that comes with that question. Who am I? I am a champion. That's right. You need to remember that all through this game. I will conquer what has not been conquered. Defeat will not be in my creed. I will believe what others have doubted. I will always endeavor to hold esteem, honor, respect of my team. I have trained my mind and my body will follow. Who am I? I am a champion. I will acknowledge the fact that my opponents do not expect me to win. But I will never surrender. Weakness will not be in my heart. I will look to my comrades and to those who have brought me to this world and those who have trained me, and I will draw strength from that. Who am I? I am a champion. I will practice, go out to the field of battle, and I will move in everything I can do. And I will reach my field of battle at any means at my disposal. And when I get there, I will ride violently. I will rip the heart from my enemy and leave it bleeding on the ground because he cannot stop me. Who am I? I am a champion. To my side, I have comrades. Comrades that have been through me through thick and thin, through sacrifice, through blood, through sweat, through tears. Never will I let them fall. Never will I let them down. And I will never leave an enemy behind. Because our opponent does not know my heart. Who am I?
Go ahead, get him right up out of here, man.
No one will deny me.
Thanks,
No
man.
one will define me.
Thanks,
And no one
Tyrod.
will tell me who and what I am. It can be. Belief will change my world. It has moved continents, it has moved
Yes.
countries, it has put man on the moon.
Just in case,
And
let's
it
get a
will
right
carry
up
me
out of
through
here,
this
man.
battle. Who am
Bye, Philly.
I am a champion. Defeat, retreat, those are not in my words. I don't understand those definitions. I don't understand when things go wrong. I don't understand mistakes. But I do understand this. I understand victory, and I understand never surrendering. No matter how bad things go, my heart, my mind will carry my body, my limbs through me. Who am I? I am a champion. Today will be that day. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, right here, in your house and in your home. Who am I? I am the champion. History will remember me. I will not let everybody be kind. I will define myself. I will write my own praises. And no one will tell me what I can never be. I will never go out not knowing I've given everything I've got. Because who am I? I am the champion. Who am I?
I'm a champion.
Who am I?
I am a champion.
I am the champion. Who am I? I am the champion. 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 You're gonna be champion. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. Champion. Go get these boys.
Yeah, that kind of gave me some chill bumps, man. They gave me some chill bumps. What about y'all? Thank you so much for sharing that today, Mr. Palmer. Really appreciate that, man. You know, thanks for popping up in the building. Got something to show y'all real quick.
I was thinking last night about this case and their theory and how it didn't make any sense and how it didn't fit and how something is wrong. And it occurred to me how they were going to come here and stand up here and tell you how O.J. Simpson was going to disguise himself. Was going to put on a knit cap and some dark clothes, and he was going to get in his white Bronco and this recognizable person and go over and kill his wife. That's what they want you to believe. That's how silly their argument is. And I said to myself, maybe I can demonstrate this graphically. Let me show you something. This is a knit cap. I'm going to put this knit cap on. And you've been seeing me for a year. If I put this knit cap on, who am I? I'm still Johnny Cochran with a knit cap. And if you look at O.J. Simpson over there, and he has a rather large head, O.J. Simpson in a knit cap from 2 blocks away is still O.J. Simpson. It's no disguise. It's no disguise. It makes no sense. It doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Right on, y'all. Thanks for popping up today, man. I appreciate it, man. Let's get it, man. Remember, you're a champion, man. And be the baddest motherfucker on the face of this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we're gonna do one more thing. One more. We're gonna watch one more, man. Hold on, let me stop this real quick. I'm in the mood. I want to show you this one guy, man. You guys ever heard of C.T. Fletcher? You guys ever heard of C.T. Fletcher before, man? C.T. Fletcher. This is like one of my favorite C.T. Fletcher videos, man. All right, ready? Okay, here we go. This dude, C.T. Fletcher, man, is awesome, man.
If you ever wondered, if you ever had a notion in your comic book reading ass mind, what would happen if ever, by chance, Superman met the Hulk? Well, goddamn it, stay tuned, motherfuckers. Peel your motherfucking eyeball. Devastation is about to take place. Superman and the Hulk on the same motherfucking roof. Getting shit done. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Woo! Come on, Hulk.
What up, though?
You heard of legends? Legends that speak? That's a walking legend right there. Legendary. They whisper about him in corners. They whisper about him. Have you heard? Have you heard of the motherfucking Hulk? Have you heard about this guy they call the Hulk? Well, he's here.
Watch this, man.
You get to see what they've been whispering about.
I like to watch this while I go work out, man.
Come on,
Hulk.
Hulk.
This makes me want to get this push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! We about to break bread and eat up in this motherfucker. 4-5 for a warm-up. 4-5 for a fucking warm-up. Huh?
Whenever you're ready.
Power. 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 Hulk smash.
Come on, man.
Hulk smash. Hulk smash. Hulk smash. Hulk smash. Hulk smash.
They're ready to break bread and eat up in this motherfucker.
Damn, that was pretty.
You know what I'm saying? Break
He
bread
didn't do
and
that
eat.
shit when he got ready. He did that shit when I got ready for him to do it.
Look, watch it, watch this, man.
Get it, Hulk. Get up with that shit. How much you weigh, young man? 230.
Look at this face.
230 additional uneven human body weight fish press. I feel my strength coming, goddammit. I'm having a motherfucking flashback, B. Woo!
All right.
Still motherfucking CT Butcher. Got a few gray
see what his,
hairs, little just for men, but goddamn it, I'm still CT.
You see his shirt, what his shirt says? IS, it's like ISYMS or something like that. That means it's still your motherfucking set. Hug smash. You know what I'm saying? So hey y'all, hopefully that got it for y'all, man. So let's start this one more time, man. I gotta play this one part, man. There's one part, and then I'm gonna leave, man.
I was thinking last night about this case and their theory and how it didn't make any sense and how it didn't fit and how something is wrong. And it occurred to me how they were going to come here and stand up here and tell you how O.J. Simpson was going to disguise himself. Was going to put on a knit cap and some dark clothes, and he was going to get in his white Bronco and this recognizable person and go over and kill his wife. That's what they want you to believe. That's how silly their argument is. And I said to myself, maybe I can demonstrate this graphically. I'm going to show you something. This is a knit cap. I'm going to put this knit cap on. And you've been seeing me for a year. If I put this knit cap on, who am I? I'm still Johnny Cochran with a knit cap. And if you look at O.J. Simpson over there,
I'm still Darren Murray with
and he has a
baseball
rather
cap on.
large head. O.J. Simpson in a knit cap from 2 blocks away is still O.J. Simpson. It's no disguise. It's no disguise. It makes no sense. It doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
There you go, y'all. If it don't fit, you must acquit, man. Right on, man. Thanks for showing up, y'all. Appreciate it, man. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Bye. I might see you on the YouTube streets. You silly this Sunday. All right, take it easy.